Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nadia, and today gonna be another lesson for those who are learning tarot, who wants to understand how it works, who wants to understand and learn new meanings of tarot, all the different aspects, how they play out with each other, what to focus on, how to understand them, and for for everyone who is advanced or just a beginner, this is a great lesson um, to understand new way. I don't have a very standard way of teaching. It's kind of like very specific, and I would also say very simple, but I also have a lot of different meanings that I already have in my background and in my knowledge that you probably never came across with. I assure you, you never came across with those kind of meanings, and you might be very surprised um, why I show this card in this kind of way, or why I see this card in this kind of way, not another. So let's get started. So technically we're doing tarot on this deck. It's Tarot de Noir, I think is the right way to pronounce it. Looks like it's French. So for those who will be interested and like those cards, they can get this deck. All right, so what we're gonna start with, this is my weekly tarot. This is gonna be a follow-up of the previous one, so for those who are interested of knowing the beginning of the story, but I'll also tell you a little bit here as well, you can go back and listen to other videos that are posted. But this is weekly tarot reading I've done for myself, with what's going on in my life right now. It's just general questions, like there's no specific question. It's more like what is the most important event, and the cards pick out the most important event that I usually agree with. So I usually start with the main lesson I'm going through at the time being. I was doing a reading. So the main lesson I'm going through was Magician. You know, Magician is a tough card to really explain, because I don't want to go around and about all these different meanings that you have the power, you're doing this. I want to kind of like I want to be more precise and more down to earth of explaining, so I understand what is going on. In this case, it's pretty much easy and understandable to know. The magician is not going to be me, and that's another point where you have to differentiate where it's you in this situation or where it's somebody else. So in this case, magician is not me, and you really have to know the card so well to not be confused who is who, because if you know the card really well and you know all these meanings and know exactly how they play out and know the key, you will be able to differentiate, and you will not be you will not pull the meaning on yourself when it's not basically you, when it's somebody else. So in previous videos, it's kind of like a continuation of my previous things that were going on in my life. I'll explain a little bit so you understand. We've been working on this project with this few people that are involved in the situation, and not everyone is investing equal amount of their efforts. So the person that does not invest his equal amount of efforts, he doesn't want to do a lot of things. He just want to magically kind of like adjust people and situation, more like manipulate people and situation, so the things are working out by themselves and everybody is moving along and proceeding with the project without him really putting an effort, without him trying hard, without him planning or working hard in no way. So this is a tricky manipulative guy, tricky manipulative person who is trying to actually manipulate other people. But I can't say control, because controlling it's more, it's physical, but manipulating it's really very converting, right? Coverting. It's very behind the scene. It's something he doesn't want to be known. He is the one that's actually manipulating. So it's very tricky. And you know what? As much as I'm watching this right now, I'm watching this card, realizing I'm actually dealing with this person and we have a project going on with this person, I kind of like realizing I don't really like that, because it really clicked me. It really clicked me that he can be so nasty and manipulative and not very honest or not very sincere. Like there is no sincerity, not a, no at all. This guy is really trying to manipulate people, and I'll explain you why. So we worked, kind of like I explained a little bit at the beginning, but we're working on this project where everybody has to, of course, invest in order for it to move along, in order for it to make it turns, right? So everybody get benefits and everybody get privileged. But this guy, like, look at this lazy guy that he doesn't want to invest, he doesn't want to work hard, he doesn't want to do anything. He just want to kind of like throw you an idea. He kind of want all of, let's say, all of us kind of like work hard, and he'll just be kind of like uh, telling, almost like telling, I would like you to do this and that, or let's do this and that, and he wants us to actually do the rest of the work. He only wants to give an idea and wants the rest of the people to do the part, to do the work, to do the hard stuff. So he doesn't do anything, and doesn't work hard, and don't invest, too much. Just be like a present and only get what he wants from it. You know what, guys? For those who work with magician and try to understand this card, please keep in mind there is no sincerity in this card or meaning. There is manipulative things. It does not always play out that bad, but in this case it's really person is working behind the scenes. This person cannot be really trusted. This is not a great, as long as you recognize somebody in the card of magician, this person cannot be really trusted. Don't trust him 100%. Don't put everything in stake for this person. That there is a manipulation, there is tricks, there are things behind the scenes you don't know, and nobody gonna tell you about, and he not gonna be telling you that about. So we are moving forward to the main event, that is happening to me at the time being. Two of Swords. You know what? It really also took me a long time to understand this Two of Swords and what it means. Because when we learn in those different meanings of the cards, it's hard to actually say what is going on. And it's hard to explain so not to confuse people. So Two of Swords is really you're feeling tense. You are really feeling tense, as the card says. You are really trying to find one way or one solution or one decision among two. But what it really means is you agree on the unknown terms for the time being until you make a decision. So it's really hard to make a decision in this case. The picture is clouded. The situation is not clear. You have no idea or little idea what's going on, what the people are thinking. There is no plan. There is no clarity in the situation. Something is hidden. And you really can't make a move. And it's hard to make a decision. But the point of this card is in the time being that you didn't make any decision, you are agreeing on the terms that nobody told you about. Like somebody involves you in the situation or in the relationship or in the project or at work, field or atmosphere, without telling you the rules, the system, what's really going on, how much you're gonna be paid, all the details that you actually need to know in order to be involved in some situation or with other people. So that's what's going on is with Two Swords. It looks like I'm really involved in the project around people, and I'm agreeing on their terms, and the terms are not clear. I'm agreeing on the terms that are not even clear. You see? The terms are not clear. They're manipulative. There is something hidden. There is lies behind the scene. That's why it's not clear. And that's why nobody tells you conditions you're working with. Nobody tells you conditions. There is no conditions. People trying to manipulate you. So that's why my position at this point is pretty much agreeing on the terms. Like there is no even terms or unknown terms, or nobody even told me what the terms are, what the plan are, what the rules are. Nothing. So this is the project that's been going on, and I've been telling you in the previous videos. So pretty much when they say it's a deuce in a way where you make up with the person, but you're still kind of like on alert when you still don't trust the person. That's exactly what's going on. So I'm agreeing on this project. We're still moving forward with this project. I'm agreeing on this project. But there is no really trust to the person or to one of the people that are involved in this project. There is no trust. That's why you kind of like agreeing, you kind of like reconcile, but you are in a way like on alert. You're watching out for yourself. You're really watching out for the time being until you make a decision or until the situation resolves or something will come up or change. What was the reason for it? Well, the reason was 8 Cups, which is disappointment, where you understand and realize you're not happy in the situation anymore. You're not satisfied. It's not what you want. It's not what you planned. So pretty much I can say I'm partially out. Not like I can't say partially out. Also, I don't say out loud that I'm out. It's just my state that nobody knows. But in my mind, I already have this feeling that I'm one step out, and I could be out anytime. The minute the situation will clear or something gonna go bad or wrong, like let's say pretty much if something gonna go wrong or bad, I'm one step away on my way out. I'm one leg on my way out, pretty much at this position, at this point. because I'm not happy how the situation goes. I'm not happy about the people, these people, right? That are manipulative, that do a thing, don't invest. Not all of them like that, but one of them are. So it's a big disappointment. It's a big realization. So what Eight of Cups means, it's when your eyes are opening up and you're stop dreaming and fantasize. It's when your eyes are really opening up and you realize that things are not the way they are, people are not the way they are, it's not what you want to be, it's not what you expected it to be, and people don't behave the way you expect it to be, and you don't want to be there. Like pretty much, also it tells you, as much as it shows you like you're realizing all these things right now, your eyes are open, and now it's clear. It's clear that it's not what you wanted. It's clear how the people are behaving. So this was pretty much clear. Now it's even more clear when I'm telling you this, but it's getting really clear right now that people are not behaving the way they are. They don't materialize their promises. They tell things and don't show up or don't do the things proper way. And I'm getting to realize this is not what I want to be, and I'm not happy or satisfied about the situation. So that's why I'm still kind of like agreeing on this, but watching out because I already see all these things going on. This is what the result I'm gonna get, but you know what? I'm gonna miss that, and I'll open this at the last. My position. My position, King of Swords. King of Swords is a master ignorator. Master ignorator. The person who knows how to ignore and be cold and give cold shoulder and be in a way cold and cruel to somebody else's feelings. He's not getting himself involved emotionally, because for a minute it was a little emotional, because Eight of Cups are emotions, and emotionally you're not satisfied of how the people are behaving, right? Now I finally understand, because I have a lot of swords here, which is thinking, analyzing, realizing, where you make decisions rationally, right? So now I'm covered with swords pretty much, and I solve the problem with my mind now. I solve the problem down to earth, logically, and try not to involve my emotions in that. So at this point, my position is solving this problem with giving a cold shoulder and ignoring or not getting involved emotionally and not helping those people who are letting us down. You see, the people are letting us down. We get frustrated, we get also maybe a little emotional, we get disappointed. At this point, I'm realizing I'm not getting emotional anymore, and I'm not gonna let those people let me down and disappoint me again. So I prepare myself and prevent this, or prevent hurting myself by being kind of like a coldish, like being cold, but specifically to this situation and to this person, to this person, right? Being cold only to this person, because it saves my feelings and emotions and feeling hurt, right? I don't want to be hurt anymore. That's why I'm giving a cold shoulder. I will ignore when I see the people acting wrong. I will ignore. I will not even get involved in emotional roller coaster and manipulation. King of Swords know better how to not be manipulative. You cannot manipulate King of Swords. You cannot manipulate King of Swords. He's very good at that. So I am protecting myself from being hurt and being manipulative, or being manipulated by other people and let me down by pretty much ignoring those people, giving them cold shoulder, not getting myself involved in the situation I don't want to be involved at, and that could bring my emotions and make me feeling all those bad negative things like worthless and devastated and upset and so on and so forth. So for this period of time, I'm pretty much saying no to getting together and meeting with those people, and I say no because I already see manipulative things and see people are trying to trick you and do you wrong in a way. And of course, you ask me, so why am I still involved in that? I'm clearing this out for myself, okay? It's getting more and more clear for me, and this is exactly a perfect example when you're doing tarot reading on yourself, on what's going on in your life, and this gives you a clarity of the people around you, and the more you clarify it, the more you understand what's going on. So yeah, so I'm saying no, I don't get myself involved emotionally. I don't explain anything. I don't really King of Swords does not explain. He just say no with no explanation, with no emotional contact or involvement, and that's how he protects his kind of like energy, right, from manipulation and being tricked and upset and devastated or let down, and disappointments too. Position of other people that are involved. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. I mean, I could assume this card belongs to this person. So this person really tried to stand up for himself and show me and the group of people that he is worthy and he actually needs respect to his time, to his decisions, to the plans, which obviously he didn't receive the respect. So pretty much Queen of Wands, she's fighting for her rights, but it doesn't mean she got her rights. You see the difference? Queen of Wands is fighting for her rights. She's standing up for herself. She's claiming the rights. She's claiming the people to respect her, to value her, to treat her nice, but it doesn't mean she gets the treatment. That's why she's fighting for it. That's another very good meaning of this Queen of Wands. So he was pretty much fighting for being valued in this project. He did not receive this value because he was ignored and cut off without explanation. But his fights can be, he can keep on fighting for the rights, which nobody gonna give him anymore, because the person let down for a long time and try to be manipulative. No, you're asking for some rights. You're not gonna get any rights here, man. You're not gonna get any. What is important I don't see in this situation about other people? 10 of Swords. I love it. I love it. I love it. The people were stunned and floored. Again, I'm gonna mention my previous video. There are 10 of Swords there, which played out as cancellation of a meeting or of a group meeting, and cancellation of one of the projects that were involved in all of these things. So there I explained 10 of Swords, how the cancellation went. I'm trying to focus here. And the 10 of Swords follows me, and when the card follows you and stalks you and come out again and again, it's a very important card. You have to really pay attention to the card that comes out multiple times in the situation, in the same situation. You really need to give this card a lot of focus and attention. So what I really don't notice, I know I ignored it. I know I ignored it. And again, for those who listen to all those videos up before, might think that I'm very cold-hearted and I treat other people nice. Believe me, this is not the true. Those people deserve it. And now, when I finally see this card, I realized how true I was, treating them pretty harsh, pretty tough, treating them tough, you know, treating them yeah, what's the other word? I guess putting them hard and tough because they deserve it. So yeah, they're really going through a hard time. If you remember Ten of Swords from classic card, 10 knives are installed across the spine of the man. That's really what's going on with the person who goes through Ten of Swords. It hits you hard. It hits you like a backstabbing, like a betrayal. I know that those people felt like betrayal, but they were not supposed to be involved in this project. So to make this understandable a little more, other people wanted to get involved in this project, like extra people. And I told them no. I told them, no, you're not going to be involved in this project. I don't like you. And why I don't like you? And I'm going to give you a reason why. And I'm going to give you a reason. I'm going to explain. Because I don't like you. You're not supposed to be here. My apologies. So those people really had a hard time going through the so-called betrayal they felt because they wanted to get involved in the project and they were told no, get out, no, you're not gonna be messing with us and you're not getting involved in this project. And the reason was because pretty much this person, he never let other team know, he never let other people know, he wants to ask other people to join our group and work on this project. He never told. They just showed up. They just kind of like showed up without telling the rest of the group or discussing or actually asking the advice what we think about it. That's why those people showed up. They want to be involved in this project. They're on site, and guess what? They've been told, no, you are not involved. I'm sorry, we're not dealing with you. They're going through a very hard time. And this is a card that tells me again, something important that I didn't understand. Ten of Swords. I really ignored that part. It's like I was thinking through it, of course, I thought through it, but there is no way I really felt what those people were feeling. But again, I'm right. I know I'm right because a lot of manipulation is here. So it hit him really hard, like a betrayal. That's what they thought. Maybe this person promised them a lot of things that he shouldn't be promising. Nobody discussed it with us. That's why those people were told no. What is a very important thing that is hidden from me that are involved in the situation? Hanged Man. And another stalker card, another repeating card, which was repeated I think twice. Again, we're gonna give attention to this card because it's showing up a couple of times, so it's important. This person, as much as he's trying to manipulate, they're gonna be part 2. I'm sorry guys, I have only 30 minutes in one video set, so I need to transfer to part 2. So whenever you're done with this video, go back to the playlist of it's gonna be called Magician, and find Magician part 2, and I'll be proceeding starting from this point.